Switzerland is a mountainous Central European nation, home to various lakes, towns, and the high pinnacles of the Alps. Its urban areas contain archaic quarters, with milestones like capital Bern's Zytglogge clock tower and Lucerne's wooden chapel bridge. The nation is likewise known for its ski resorts and hiking trails. Banking and money are key businesses, and Swiss watches and chocolate are widely acclaimed. Searching for a few fun realities about Switzerland? Switzerland is a country that is busting at the creases with snow-capped lakes, emotional bluff countenances, mountains, Swiss cascades, present-day urban communities, rose-filled glades, enchanting towns, natural air, alphorns, and free-wandering dairy cows. Seeing the allure is simple. What is Switzerland known for? All things considered, first off, it's perhaps of the most secure country on the planet, with no awful seasons and a lot of towns to explore. Obviously, there are a ton of extremely intriguing Switzerland realities to be aware. Thus, we should dive in. So here's 20 fun and interesting facts about Switzerland. Number 1. Switzerland hasn't fought any international war since 1815. We as a whole realize that Switzerland was impartial, yet did you be aware for how long? Having not battled anybody outside their lines in a battle for over 200 years, they're a really peaceful country, we'd say. This is one of the top interesting things about Switzerland. During World War I and II, Switzerland maintained an armed neutrality, and was not attacked by its neighbors, in that frame of mind of its geology, a lot of which is uneven. Germany was a danger and Switzerland fabricated a strong safeguard. It filled in as a protecting power for the belligerents of the two sides, with an extraordinary job in aiding detainees of war. The contentious states made it the scene for strategy, reconnaissance, and business, as well as being safe haven for 300,000 refugees. Number 2. Switzerland is home to the oldest humanitarian organization. Believe it or not, the extremely popular Red Cross Association, situated in Geneva, was laid out here in 1863. The Swiss banner is a reversal of the Red Cross emblem, or the other way around. Over its 150-year history, it's won 3 Nobel Peace Prizes. The Swiss Red Cross, SRC, is the biggest and most significant humanitarian association in Switzerland. Since it was established in 1866, it has been working for more noteworthy humankind, similarly as Henry Dunant planned. Number 3. Many Swiss people are well off. This is one of the most interesting Switzerland facts. In addition to the fact that Switzerland has the most noteworthy abundance per grown-up in the whole world, it's likewise home to the worldwide financial and banking centers of Zurich and Geneva. Unintentionally, or perhaps not, the two urban communities are up there as 2 of the best 10 urban areas on the planet for personal satisfaction. Number 4. The top-level domain code for Switzerland is .ch. However, why? Shouldn't it be .sw or .sz or something like that? Not a chance. As a matter of fact, the ch represents Confederatio Helvetica. Indeed, very much like the textual font. What's more, it's not only the space name, it is possible that it's shorthand for the country's name in a heap of various things. The clan that Switzerland got from was known as the Helvetii. Frankly, they struggled. In the first place, they were bugged off the Swiss level, where they were likely adequately cheerful. Then, at that point, after they escape, they were pursued by Julius Caesar's armed forces and needed to get back to the level. At any rate, and afterward the Romans wound up overcoming the Alps. Discuss misfortune. Number 5. Switzerland has 4 national languages. German has the most local speakers, 62.6%. Then there are the 22.9% of the populace that communicate in French. From that point onward, there's the 8.2% making up Italian speakers, basically in the south. The fourth and last language, Romansh, with only 0.5% of the populace guaranteeing it as their local language. Romansh is a relative of spoken Latin. However, a ton of dialects have Latin as a typical, yet far-off, hereditary impact. Romansh is straightforwardly slid from the expressed type of Latin. This is the thing Romans would have spoken on the everyday, and it's essentially called Vulgar Latin. Number 6. Switzerland isn't in the European Union and doesn't want to be. Yes, this is one of those intriguing realities about Switzerland you may definitely be aware. Switzerland is in what is called as the Schengen region, however they're not in the EU. Like somebody who actually will not acknowledge your Facebook companion demand, they continue to deny solicitations to join the EU. They outweed it however, keeping their own money nevertheless being in the European Free Trade Association, EFTA. Number 7. Barely anyone owns a home in Switzerland. One of those insane realities about Switzerland is that many individuals don't own houses, not a chance. Not a studio, not a loft, nor a townhouse, not a house or even a chateau. Certain individuals really do claim their own property in the mountainous nation, notwithstanding, however that is just some 37% of the populace. Every other person rents. That is business as usual in this country. Number 8. There is no Swiss capital. This reality about Switzerland might knock your socks off, however truly, there is no capital city in Switzerland. No city has the position to call itself the capital. The central government is in Bern, however the city doesn't have administrative status. Zurich is really significant, yet all at once it's not the capital. Shouldn't something be said about Geneva? We hear you cry. It's not the capital by the same token. There isn't one, so quit dreaming. Notwithstanding, to say you've been to a Swiss capital, take the train and lease a vehicle in Switzerland and visit Bern at least. Number 9. Swiss people really know how to recycle. They probably won't be popular for celebrating or being unconstrained, however the Swiss are perfect at reusing. We express that with profound respect. There's an enormous framework included, and with everybody keeping guidelines pleasantly, no tossing rubbish. For instance, around 96% of everything recyclable waste is reused. Volunteers assist with the reusing and, indeed, it's all lovely cycling. It's recently been casted a ballot as one of the top green economies on the planet. Number 10. Switzerland has crazy low taxes. At the point when we say insane low, truly, we mean insane low. It really has one of the most minimal duty rates for any created country on the planet. This makes it a particularly extraordinary spot on the off chance that you're rich. Workers in Switzerland have on average more salary left over at the end of the month than in most other Western industrialized countries. This is one of the conclusions of the OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, annual flagship publication external link on taxes paid on wages in 35 countries. Switzerland tops all other European OECD states in this respect. Number 11. Switzerland is one of the only truly democratic countries. On top of being quite possibly one of the most beautiful places in Europe, it's a genuine democratic-based system as well. Indeed, politics fans, it's a political reality about Switzerland. As opposed to in most democratic nations, where you have a majority rules government, Switzerland's residents have more power in that there aren't delegates as such. How does that function? Residents can propose changes to any level of Swiss law. They vote 4 times each year on recommendations at Landsgemeinde, with mass gatherings instead of polling ballot box elections. Somewhat cool. Number 12. There are cities with a higher population than Switzerland. Relatively, Switzerland has a pretty small population. The magic number is 8.6 million. Do you know the population of New York City? It's over 8.6 million. London, Baghdad, and Cairo each have larger populations than Switzerland. Add up cities like New Delhi, Istanbul, and the list goes on and on. Number 13. 60% of Switzerland is Alps. It might have a little populace, however that is potentially down to the way that the greater part of Switzerland is rugged, and these mountain regions and towns are probably the most ideal getaway spots in Switzerland. It additionally includes the absolute most elevated tops that make up the well-known European mountain scope of the Alps, as well. So in the event that you like skiing, or climbing in Switzerland, or ice skating over, it's perfect, yet you can't precisely live on a mountain, can you? Number 14. Switzerland has 48 mountains over 13,000 feet. This is one of those fun Switzerland facts you'll get to know. But for comparison, let's look at Colorado. This state boasts 637 13ers, as they're known in the mountain climbing trade. Then again, we definitely think that the Alps are a little more iconic. If you want to go enjoy some of these mountains, see the waterfalls around Lauterbrunnen, head to the tiny town of Grindelwald. It's stunning and one of the best places to visit in Switzerland. The Matterhorn near Zermatt, with its crazy pyramid peak, is definitely an icon of the country, and it's definitely famous. But it's not the tallest. Instead, Monte Rosa, at over 15,000 feet above sea level, beats Matterhorn's height of just over 14,000. Number 15. The Toblerone is based on the Matterhorn. If you are traveling to Switzerland, you have to try this treat. Apparently, the sons of Theodor Tobler, who created the tasty triangular Toblerone in 1908, say he came up with the pyramid shape after seeing some show. But we think differently. The chocolate shape has to be based on the Matterhorn. There's even a mountain on the box, for crying out loud. Swiss people love chocolate. They're not just famous for making tasty chocolate, they're notorious for eating the stuff, too. They've been making it, very well, since 1870, and it must be in the blood or something, because Switzerland is the world's top chocolate consumer. According to Forbes, every single Swiss person, on average, eats 20 pounds of chocolate yearly. Number 16. Apple paid millions to use the Swiss railway clock design. Switzerland may be popular for the quintessential Swiss clock, you know, the one with the cuckoo, whatnot, yet there's one clock that significantly more individuals have found in their lives. We mean the Swiss railway clock. This baby was planned in 1944 for use on the Swiss railways, and due to its ultra-slick design, it's been perceived by everybody from the MoMA to London's Plan Historical Centre. And afterward Apple paid $21 million to utilize its design. Number 17. Fondue is a Swiss national dish. Dipping things into cheese and enjoying the melty, cheesy goodness is something we all enjoy, well, most of us, and you can thank the Swiss for that. It enjoyed worldwide fame from the 1960s onwards. The earliest known form of fondue is cascades wine zu kochen, literally cheese cooked with wine. This dates back to 1699 in Zurich, and the recipe is simple: melt cheese, add wine, dip bread. Delicious. Number 18. Switzerland's flag is square. You read that flag-based Switzerland fact right, individuals. Its flag is square. Most nations on the planet go for the old rectangle design, however Switzerland is one of just 2 nations on the planet to shake a square-molded banner, the other is Vatican City. Nepal's twofold 3-sided banner is really intense, as well. Number 19. There is a political party in Switzerland called the Anti-PowerPoint Party. This is 100% honestly true. And to be honest, we kind of agree. What's their angle? As you might be imagining, the guys at the APPP, really, are against Microsoft PowerPoint. Formed in 2011, their beef is that PowerPoint presentations, and other electronic presentation software, cause more damage than benefit, an estimated 2.1 billion Swiss francs. They advocate the good old-fashioned flip chart. Their slogan is, "Finally do something." Easily our favorite fact about Switzerland. Number 20. Switzerland has the world's largest nuclear shelter. You know, just in case. It's hidden in the Sonnenberg Tunnel, a humble 1,550-meter long tunnel on a highway. There was enough space here for up to 20,000 people to protect during a nuclear event, but it was tricky to set up 20,000 beds in the space. So they converted the 7-story cavern into a much more sensible shelter for 2,000 people. It's still a vast space, though. Now on the travel side. Why visit Switzerland? Just like other European countries, it has its own distinct charm. The combination of amazing weather, eye-captivating scenery of the Alps, and small but nice things like the best cheeses, chocolates, and watches together are what makes Switzerland and its people so intriguing. For a more detailed information on this, we'll try to come out with another video on destinations and things to do while visiting this peaceful country. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel. Also press notification bell to notify you of any future similar videos.